So you're thinking about making the move to Acton, Ontario, but not sure if it's right for you and your family? Well, before you make the move, you definitely want to be aware of the different pros and cons, the real estate, the parks, the schools, the shopping, the local businesses, and more to determine if this small town is right for you and your family. As in 2021, the population was just around 10,000 people, and I know many of my clients absolutely love living here, but at the same time, I know some clients that wouldn't even consider moving here based on the cons. So make sure to keep on watching to help determine which one you are. But if you're new here and want to learn all about what it's like living in Acton, but as well as the surrounding cities of Milton, Georgetown, Oakville, Burlington, or Hamilton, make sure to hit the subscribe button. My name is Matthew, a part of the Living in Hamilton team and channel, and for the past few years have been helping people just like you relocate to Acton, to Georgetown, to Burlington, to Oakville to buy a home. So if you're thinking about making the move, whether it's in 60 days or in 6 months, send me and my team a message today. But the first thing you definitely want to be aware of before moving to Acton is its location, as Acton offers potential buyers a chance to live in a quiet, historic town of Halton Hills with still having the ease of access of commuting to the larger cities of the GTA, as Acton sits about 70 kilometers northwest of Toronto, located in between Guelph and Georgetown in the small community of Halton Hills, and therefore it's only just a short distance away from Georgetown, Guelph, Toronto, and Hamilton. And one of the pros about living in Acton is definitely going to be that small town community charm and vibe, as you're going to be living in one of these smaller communities, a part of the Halton region. So you're especially going to get this feel when you're going to walk through the downtown area or go to the local festivals and see a lot of friendly faces. Now, one of the advantages about living in this small town also happens to be its safety, which of course Acton is going to be highly rated on, as it's a part of the Halton region. And for the last 23 plus years, Halton has been rated as one of the safest regions with more than 100,000 people for both non-violent crime and violent crime. And I've lived in Halton for the majority of my life, and I can speak on firsthand. I've always felt safe, whether I'm running around with my family or friends. Then the next advantage about living in Acton is its school system it offers, as here you're going to find 3 different elementary schools, including 2 public and 1 Catholic, offering a variety of different streams and great extracurricular activities. However, here you are only going to find 1 high school in the Acton District High School. So if your kids are going to be in Catholic high school, it's just a short bus ride to Georgetown's Catholic High School, Christ the King Catholic High School. Then one of the disadvantages of living in Acton is definitely the limited employment opportunities that Acton provides its residents, as most of its residents are either going to be working from home or they're going to be commuting to one of the surrounding cities, whether it's out in the GTA or out towards Hamilton here. Now, with that said, if we're looking at how you can commute to the GTA, Acton actually has its own GO train station stop, so that is definitely an advantage if you're looking to get ease of access down to a Union Station or anything along the Kitchener-Waterloo GO train line. But then also as well, for the public transit within Acton's borders, there's currently no busing services offered within Acton. However, Halton Hills continues to do studies to see when it will be effective to add a public transportation system within the inner city of Acton and Georgetown. And then one of the pros and cons about living in Acton is its real estate, as when you compare Acton's real estate prices to Canada's or the provincial whole, it is going to be quite high. However, when you actually zoom in and compare Acton to the surrounding cities of Georgetown, Milton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, and Brampton, you can see that Acton is more affordable. The only city that it is slightly more expensive than is Hamilton, and that's also because Hamilton has a lot of affordability options on the lower side, especially those smaller detached home options. So as a result, Acton, for what you're going to be getting for the real estate to choose from, is going to be one of the best values you can get within the Greater Toronto area. As if we zoom in and take a look at how Acton Acton's real estate breaks down, it's about 85% detached home sales in the last 12 months, with the majority of the detached homes really selling between that $750 to $1 million mark. Here, you're going to find some of those original homes that were built in Acton, whether that's those 1950 bungalows to those 1970s spide splits, as well as some of those 1990s two-stories homes, typically offering 3 beds to 2 to 3 bathrooms. And then you'll also find a large chunk of homes really selling in that low $1 million mark of $1 million to $1.25 million. And here are usually those larger detached homes, usually built in the early 2000s, offering 4 beds and 3 to 4 bathrooms. And then townhomes made up the other 15% of the real estate sales in the last 12 months, typically here selling between $500,000 to $800,000, usually offering 3 beds and 2 to 3 bathrooms. And then on the south side of Acton, you'll find some of the townhomes built in the 1970s selling on the more affordable side. And then in the north side of Acton is where you're going to find some of the ones that were built in the 1990s. So if you are thinking about making the move here and want to learn more about the different real estate options that could work for you and your family, whether it's in Acton or the surrounding towns of Georgetown or Milton, send me and my team a message today. We'd be happy to jump on a call and help you better determine what are the best and worst neighborhoods for you and your family to move to. But the next thing you need to know about before making the move to Acton is definitely the amazing parks. As within Acton, you're going to find Prospect Park, which is definitely going to be the largest park, and it's in the heart of Acton, as not only are you going to find a variety of different sports fields and courts to choose from, but as well as some amazing walking paths to enjoy it with your dog that you can walk around Fairy Lake, or your kids can also jump in the summertime in the splash pad or actually right in to Fairy Lake and swim around. And then within Acton, you're going to find a bunch of neighborhood parks just a short walk away from your home. And then just outside of Acton, you're going to find the Limehouse Conservation Area, a great spot to go for some hikes and see some of the past history that was once thriving in this conservation area when the lime industry was booming. But then within Acton, other than the parks, you're going to find some amazing community centers. In particular, the Acton Arena and Community Center that offers a couple of different ice rinks, a skate park, as well as a playground, and lots of different green space and sports fields for you and your family to capitalize on. But then you'll also find the Acton Lions indoor pool that features a 25-meter pool with a diving board, sauna, and showers where you can do some recreational swimming, get your kids to have some swim lessons, or also aquafit classes. And then within Acton, you're also going to be finding a public library to go pick up some good reads. And then as for the shopping options within Acton, the majority are going to be concentrated around that Highway 7, otherwise known as Queen Street, with the Acton Marketplace being the biggest outdoor shopping center in the town. And then you'll find a few smaller shops within Acton's downtown area. Some of mine and my family's personal favorite shops that you need to check out when in Acton is the Tanner's Pub and Grill to go pick up some pub food and enjoy a pint with some friends. You have the Mexican Way to get the best tacos in the town, but also the Clay Oven for some amazing Indian food, or the Whistle Stop to start your day off right with a great breakfast. Now, what's also great about Acton's downtown area is it's right beside Prospect Park and Fairy Lake, which is also what happens to be the location for the Acton Outdoor Market, where you can go in and pick up some of the freshest produce and the best baked goods. But other than that, some other local festivals that you'll need to attend when living in Acton is first the Leathertown Festival, as Acton was once home to the largest leather tannery in the British Empire, and today the Leathertown Festival is really to share the celebration of its local heritage, where you can find a bunch of local businesses to shop at, as well as different events like a car show, as well as a live performance to go and enjoy. But then in the fall time, you'll also find the Acton Fall Fair, where you can go check out a bunch of rides, go try to win some amazing prizes on the variety of different games, or grab a bite to eat at one of the many food truck festivals. And then in the wintertime, of course, you have the classic Santa Claus parade for you and your kids to attend. Then the next thing you need to know before moving to Acton is its healthcare, as right now within Acton, you're not going to find any hospitals. The closest hospital will be the Georgetown Hospital, just a a short drive away. However, what you will find is a few smaller specialty clinics within Acton, but again, more likely will be that Georgetown or Milton, just a short drive away. Then also just a short drive away from many different homes within Acton is some amazing golf courses to choose from. The two closest would happen to be the Acton Golf Club as well as the Blue Springs Golf Club, and even more a little bit further drive out. Now, one other thing you definitely want to be aware of before moving to Acton is the quarry that is located on the southernmost side. And if I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't notice it, but it's something I always like to make sure everybody that's moving to Acton is aware of, as occasionally what you'll notice is really just some large trucks going by that create some noise, as well as some additional traffic on some days. So those were the top things you need to know before moving to Acton. If you're thinking Acton might be right for you, but are looking for maybe a little bit bigger of a spot to move to, the next video I recommend you go take a look at is my video covering the pros and cons of Georgetown. So you can find that video right here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.